this wolf-like creature that would rip my entire family's faces off. So the first memory I have of ever getting sleep paralysis, it started after I was having this reoccurring nightmare. This is so demented for a 5-year-old to be dreaming about, but when I was about 6 or 7, I started having where I wouldn't go to bed unless I had lights on, because I was having where I was conscious and it was either whatever I was dreaming about, the sound was still echoing in my ear. It just felt like I wasn't alone and I couldn't move. I'm about 6 years old and I start having issues with my mom where I have to sleep with the light on because I'm having the issue of whether I'm waking up and I'm still kind of in a dream or whatever's going on at this point. I can't move, I can't scream, but I can still hear everything that's going on. And I have to count to 3 and pull myself out of this. And so it continued, it kept happening, and then I noticed when I had the lights on, suddenly it was something standing at the foot of my bed or something standing in the doorway, and you can only see kind of the shadow of it, and you can't move. You can't scream. It's just there. It's a common thing that people have reported with it, and I don't know if it's my own consciousness, I'm still dreaming, or if it's something else. We had a woman she's basically described herself as a witch, but she's reads people, and she says it's a way of people being able to communicate with you, or just having that extra sense of what's around you. The most recent experience I've had, and this is probably the one where I can describe what it is the most. Every other time it's just been a dark shadow. I haven't been able to make out what exactly it is. I had just fallen asleep and I still had the DVD player on, because I've started sleeping with a DVD player on to just white noise or something happy to distract me. So I wake up in the middle of the night and that's there. Happy movie, usually Harry Potter. But I woke up and I looked up and this brown, almost linen clothed figure was going like this. Couldn't move. And finally I pulled myself out of it and it was still there. So I started hitting Brandon and hitting Brandon. He wakes up trying to figure out what's going on, and it was literally, I looked back and I looked back and it was gone. It's always interesting explaining these experiences to other people. I would tell them to count to 3. It's just in your head. Every experience I've had, I've freaked myself out, but I've never been hurt. This is something that's happened to me my entire life. And the woman I actually talked to about it, she said, I know it's scary, but the biggest thing is for you to eventually try and embrace it. Lay there, try and make some sort of contact with whatever that is, or whatever that noise is in your ear, going on in your ear. Because I've had a few times where it's not even just the figure in front of you. I've had where it's almost a ringing, Haley, 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 and then just like screaming in one ear. So it's like somebody's just right here, whispering. Embrace it, and embrace being vulnerable like that. It changes your mindset.
You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Matrix. The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window, or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch.